We will do anything and we will do everything for the health of our kids. We structure our homes, our meals, and our schedules to keep them from getting sick, anxious, and overwhelmed. And we do our absolute best. But no matter how hard we try to really prevent it, big life events, milestones, changes that can keep our kids from conquering life with ease. This is especially true going into the back to school season. Things like a midweek illness when it seems everyone in the class is coming down with something, lack of sleep on a Sunday night before a busy week, or struggling with, really the tummy aches the night before the first day of school, or the nervousness right before a class field trip. Yet the timing of when it happens is just part of our worries. As parents, we just want to know the best route to really take when it comes to that, and what will be most beneficial for our kids. Should I or shouldn't I use medication for this? Why can't they fall asleep earlier? I know they are just tired. Their diet could be better. Is that the problem? We'll talk about that. My name is Dr. Eric. I am one of the pediatric chiropractors here at Adio Chiropractic in the Madison and Middleton area. We focus on pediatrics, prenatal, and whole family wellness in our office. Now, this video is for parents. If you've had this internal struggle, you most definitely are not alone. We all seem to be looking for answers that are really drug and medication free and that actually work. Interacting with thousands of these families going on really 8+ years, we found a simple answer to both questions: how to go medication free and get results. Now, we're going to talk about that. The answer really is focusing on the correct health pillars in the sequence of what the body needs, and it will learn and grow into this fine-tuned, resilient, well-regulated, healthy kid that it can be. So let's get started. I guarantee you have heard of at least 3 of the 4 health pillars. So while they may be simple and certainly aren't always easy really to execute on the daily, and that's okay. As parents, we are up to the challenge. Now, before I go further and get into the nuts and bolts, please share this video with other moms and parents who need to hear this message. We are on a mission to change the trajectory of our kids' health and our community's health. So let's dive into the health pillars. So looking at here, a lot of people focus down into these things, but we are going to focus into the top. The top is the foundation. We're going to truthfully, so much goes into our overall health, but if we don't start up top with these pillars, we are going to be skipping a step and need to go back before we actually go forward with supplements, with vitamins, with natural remedies. A healthy nervous system, sleep, movement, and nutrition have to come first. So let's start with sleep. We have to sleep well. We all know what it's like to not get enough sleep, right? You feel moody, you feel easily agitated and unfocused. Plus, little sleep takes a big toll on your physical health over time. Our bodies do some of their best work while we're sleeping, and that's as fully grown adults as well. Consistent poor sleep in children can contribute to digestive issues, to immune system problems, to focus or behavioral challenges, and anxiety and depression, and other health concerns that we see astronomical high amounts. Sleep is an important catalyst for everything else that you do to keep momentum in your health. And if your kiddo struggles going to sleep or staying asleep, really, we're going to talk more about this on step 4, okay? Now, the second one is exercise and play. if we all think back to our childhood, it was rare to not be playing outside, moving constantly during the daylight hours. And the truth is, we didn't have anything else to do. We didn't have the iPhones, the live streaming, the Nintendo Switch weren't created yet. Now, we had to build forts. We played in the neighborhood with sports. We rode bikes around the town. We climbed trees. I promise this is not trying to make anyone feel older than we already are, but only to emphasize the change over the last 20 plus years of how childhood is now set up to move less. And exercise and movement aren't just good for our kids' bodies, it's good for their brain and nervous system health. Research shows that the more that kids move, the better they actually activate the brain pathways that are key to learning, to focus, to social development, and immune response. Plus, movement and exercise are massive catalysts for mood, for sleep that we just talked about, and eating healthier foods. The third one, now getting into it, is eating clean, healthy foods. This is a big one, and no doubt a focus of your family at some point. Now, we like to divide this into 4 simple steps: eating nutrient-dense foods, drinking plenty of water, minimizing the intake of processed sugars, and avoiding trans unhealthy fats. Now, don't get discouraged if you're not perfect. Thinking of it as the 80-20 balance. Consistency over the long term is more important than that one-off birthday party where natural foods went out the window for a meal. Do your best with balance and with consistency, and you will notice the difference in the short and in the long term. Now, the last one. Having a healthy, adaptable nervous system with neurologically focused chiropractic care. Since the autonomic nervous system, really controls and modulates every single cell, tissue, organ within our body, especially the immune system and emotional systems, the benefits of chiropractic care become incredibly far-reaching. Now, you can best understand the multiple benefits of chiropractic by looking at it through really the lens of a condition called dysautonomia. I've talked about this before, but dysautonomia is where the brain and the body are really struggling to communicate with each other. And when communication and signaling is off, behavior, emotions, immune system, digestion, and much more can be symptomatic. So getting the brain and the body communicating, and it can be more adaptable on its own through chiropractic care, is key. Now, this is perhaps the most confusing part of chiropractic. And honestly, how can it be so simple? Most parents really are so used to the current medical system where there is a different specialist and kind of doctor for every single system of our body, right? The ear, nose, and throat, the GI, the neurologist, and none of them seem to be communicating or coordinating very well together, right? Let's be honest. In contrast, that's exactly why chiropractic care focuses on the nervous system. The central and the autonomic nervous systems are the air traffic controller of the entire body, making a healthy nervous system the key signaling catalyst for the immune system and everything else in the body. So it is key. So to close this video, what are these pillars and why focus here first? Well, besides the details that I just outlined above in the beginning of this video, they are the foundation for everything that follows. You can add in all the supplements, the smoothies, the oils that you want, but if sleep is off, the body is not moving, or the nervous system is in a fight and flight state, the body can't use the good that you are adding into its full potential. And you are, in a sense, putting expensive finishes on a house that has a crack in the foundation. Now, I know these pillars are preaching to the choir, but it's always a good reminder that really the simplest things right in front of us often make the most impact, allowing us to move into the extra credit and get the most impact out of it when we do everything else. So first, please ask any questions or leave a comment down below or send us a direct message. Second, please share this with other parents, moms, dads, family members, Facebook groups that you know need to hear this message. And then third, the time is now to take action. If we don't do anything differently, we can't expect something different. For us to see change, we have to change what we're doing. So the first step is giving us a call and scheduling an initial appointment with us to dig deeper into your child's health history and then get them scanned so that we can actually look at that nervous system and start to build a stronger foundation for them to lead them on a different path than we are currently on. So look forward to having you get in contact with us. Again, we are always here for you. This is your safe spot and safe place.